Tony's talk. Tony's talk. It's Tony's talk. Tony's talk. It's Tony's talk.
And you know how we do it.
Corner, Mr. Live and Direct, coming straight up on your reggae music. Bring the fire, keep the people warm. Across me, you get folded like origami. Now shots fired, this is just a boning. Drop on beat big like tsunami. And Babylon always want to stop me, but them never gonna do a thing to ever catch me. Cause them a never catch me. Never ever, never said them never catch me. And them a never catch way. Them all I try but them a never catch way. With music is vibing the masses every day. I've got the thing to take you to the higher plane. Me now one live na Babylon way. Said I me now one live na Babylon way. Cause them a pick on the youth by hiding the truth and think that they won't find it. We are the leaders of the world, so let's stand up, not sit in silence. There's strength in numbers, cause together we're united. We are never far, we keep rising. Let me tell them we are bring the light up on the way happy them. So that we are bring the light up on the way. And if them all have to stay up in the darkness again, so that me I come for defend. Let me tell them say never catch me. Never ever, never said them never catch me. And them a never catch me. Them all I try but them a never catch me.
Hey, Angel Princess.
Hi, Anthony. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you for coming on Tony's Talk.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
Nope. Yeah, it's a pleasure, man. Can you tell the listeners a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yes. So my Angel Princess. I am a model and an actress, and I am currently producing, associate producer. It's my first producing credit on a film called The Paradise Motel, which I begin filming in July. And if all goes well, we are looking for a October release date, right before Halloween, since it is a thriller / horror picture.
Nice. That's cool. So it's coming out towards October, you said?
Yeah, we're gonna film in the summertime, and then it shouldn't take too long for the editing process. It is, a small indie project, my first supporting role, and same producer, director, writer. So he's going to do everything himself, and hopefully we can get it released by October this year. So yeah.
That's awesome. Are you excited for that?
Very excited. Horror is my absolute favorite. So to have my very first supporting role in a feature film, for those of you who don't know, I was a short film actress for some time. So this is a very exciting role for me, being a feature film and being a horror picture, which I absolutely love. Anything scary, anything gory. So, but it's still, I think it's going to be suitable for children as well, which is nice. So not too scary, but kind of suspenseful.
A little thriller. Okay, that's cool though. I can't wait to watch that. That's tight.
Yeah, I'm excited to share it with everybody.
And this project has been taking most of your time, or you got any other projects going on?
I do have a couple projects in the works. They're not major roles, but they are bigger budget films. And I have kind of featured parts in those or supporting roles. I'm not sure because everything's kind of up in the air with the whole COVID, kind of messed everything up a little bit. So I do have a couple things in the works. There is a script that was, the character was written for me. It's an Italian, shout out to Simone Izzo, who is an Italian screenwriter. And I'm trying to put that into the process of funding and all of that stuff and getting a crew together. But the Paradise Motel has been taking up most of my time since I am the associate producer. Shout out to Walter Hochbruckner, who is an amazing award-winning producer, director, and writer. So, you know, he brought me on board with Spheroid Productions along with Vera Taylor, and the three of us together are. So I've invested all my time and energy into it, which is totally going to be worth it. So I have a couple things in the works, but this is my main project I've been focusing on.
Okay, that's awesome. That's good. It's good to know what you're working on and what we can expect. And just to throw it back a little bit, can you tell us like what first got you into acting and producing and all that?
Yeah, for sure. So I started dancing when I was 4 years old. So I've always kind of been into like that limelight, on camera, spotlight, stage kind of thing. But I did beauty pageants when I was about 10 or 11. Acting came specifically when I was about 13 years old. We were living in Lancaster at the time with my family. I was young. I was a very shy girl. I was kind of reserved. So that's why I picked up dancing and beauty pageants, because you didn't really have to talk per se. You just expressed yourself in a beautiful way, you know. So yeah. I've always kind of been into playing dress up and make believe, and of course with films, you know, or acting in general, you're playing this role of somebody who you're not, and you get to have like the glitz and glam of the makeup. And so I've always kind of been into that. But when I was like 13 is really when my mother had put us in, me and my two brothers, into professional drama school in Hollywood. It was at Rick Walters Playhouse down on Sunset Boulevard. And that's when I really got into like the whole vibe of like acting and drama and just like reading scripts and cold readings and all that type of stuff. And then when I was 18 is when I said, this is what I want to do professionally and make a career out of it. So it's been a little bit of a roller coaster ride, but yeah, I moved to Hollywood at 18 and started with like audience work, extra work, and just keep working myself up and in the business, and then networking, and basically that's where I'm at now. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome though. I love to hear that. You know, that's good how you got there. You know, you're doing good things. You know, that's good. Just keep it up. It's just consistency and, you know, never giving up, and that's what you
never give up. Exactly. Friends know that I am a true dreamer, and I just always live to inspire and motivate, and just never, ever, ever give up on your dreams. As most celebrities say, that moment you want to give up on something is when you get that like hit record, or when you get that breakout role in a movie. And so, yeah, keep going after it if it's what you truly, genuinely want, wholeheartedly. And that's what I did. You know, it's a major sacrifice, but it's all worth it in the end. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Can you tell me some of your inspirations?
Yeah, I'm truly inspired by, honestly, Julia Roberts and Nicole Kidman as far as acting goes. I do love Jennifer Lopez. She came a little bit later down the line after I had seen Selena. But growing up in, you know, the 80s and 90s, Pretty Woman was like, I would watch that religiously, like all the time. Okay. I think another one who, you know, she doesn't do too much now, but Molly Ringwald was like the it girl, you know, the ultimate 80s girl, you know, Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink. And I would just watch all these films over and over. I was a big film buff growing up. Like I literally sat and watched movies every day, all day. And I just, you know, wanted to be like them. But Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman, if they ever did a remake, that is definitely a role I would not want to pass up, you know, and it's just the best, you know. It's like she perfected that role, but she is amazing as an actress. And I'm a little taller too. I don't know if a lot of people know, but most of the actresses tend to be between like 5'3" to 5'5", maybe even shorter. But I stand at like 5'8", which is why I do modeling. And Julia Roberts and Nicole Kidman are two that are actually on the taller side. So those are my two inspirations. As far as life, you know, my mom is the biggest inspiration to me, greatest role model. And she's always portrayed this really strong, independent, to never give up on what you truly love and just go after it. And so, yeah, she's a powerful woman, and I just want to be out there inspiring others. So yeah, that's
great. That's awesome to hear. You know,
thank you.
You can definitely tell you're passionate about it. You know, and you look, you're a beautiful woman. And
Oh, thank you. I
just
appreciate
want
that.
to, since you said about you're a movie buff, you're really into movies. Can you tell me what's your favorite movie if you had to choose?
Yes, there are so many. Oh my God. But like hands down, the ones I can watch over and over, I'm going to give you more than one because they're all in like different styles. I watch so many different kinds of films. Dirty Dancing, Clueless, Grease, Notebook. Those are probably going to be up there. I love musicals. I love romance. I love love stories. But then you can get me into like total horror pictures. I love the Texas Chainsaws and the Michael Myers. So it's just so hard to choose one. And of course, Titanic, can't forget that one. Leonardo. But yeah, Dirty Dancing, I think would probably be at the top of my list. Pretty Woman. I mean, there's just so many to choose from, but definitely I think because I'm also a dancer, so I can just watch Dirty Dancing over and over again. And I think it's like the innocence of Baby, and then Johnny is like this boy she's crazy about, and I don't know, it's just set in, I think that was set in like the 1960s. It was filmed in the 80s, but set in 1960s. And I'm a huge period piece buff. So I love period pieces. And that's why I love The Notebook and Grease. And pretty much all of them that I named are old school movies. So those
are awesome,
I'm really
though.
into that vibe of the whole, vintage lifestyle thing. So yeah, hopefully I can get one of those roles one day. But I'm happy to film too.
No, that's good. I was gonna tell you, what would be one of your dream projects or roles or whatever?
My dream role, hands down, said it, is Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. If they were to ever do a remake, as I mentioned, or if they redid a Clueless, Cher in Clueless, a virgin who can't drive. I mean, that's the greatest line ever. Rolling with the homies, like I can watch that film over and over. And I, being, older but looking young, I have a little bit of an advantage where I don't know if you know or if many people know, but most of the cast in Grease were in their, I believe, like late 20s and 30s and playing high school roles. And that's just how it goes with acting based. And I think it would be incredible to play like a high school student. I also think it'd be awesome for me, particularly because I actually was homeschooled and I've never actually experienced high school in reality. So to experience it on the big screen would be awesome. And just like have that whole vibe of like, I was a high school student. So that would be kind of cool. Hooker who gets lucky with like the rich guy who doesn't want to do anything, like Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman. I mean, yeah, those would definitely be like dream roles for me. But I'm pretty versatile and I'm down to take like anything as long as it doesn't over boundaries. So we'll see what happens.
I feel you. Can you tell me a little bit about that film Gain?
Gain. So that is still, I think, in pre-production. We haven't actually started filming my bits for that. If I can remember off of the top of my head, I don't know if that one is the car movie. It might be, and I think they are waiting on, I think, the cars or something to get prepared for the film. So that one's a little. Yeah, so that one we haven't started filming quite yet, although they did add it up there on my IMDb. So that one is, I think there's a delay due to, I think, the cars being built or something along those lines. The last time I spoke to the producer, that's what was going on with that. So, So yeah, I haven't gotten.
We'll be sure to catch up later on to talk about that one when you catch up.
For sure, definitely. As soon as I get more info and we start filming for it, for sure.
Okay, sounds good. I was gonna tell you, do you have any last words for your listeners or anything you would like to share with the listeners?
Just to like never give up on your dreams. And always, whatever you do, go in it like wholeheartedly and just remain, humble along the way. It is a cutthroat and the journey, you know, not just acting, but with music and sports and everything else, you know, in entertainment industry. But just, you know, never give up. And no matter what anybody says, don't let that bother you or make you feel like you can't do something or you're not good at something. You know, I've gotten a ton of like no's, but knows there is that one person who does believe in you and gives you a yes. And, you know, just always practice your craft. You know, you can never be too good at it, I guess, you know, with anything. And us as artists, it's like we consistently or constantly keep pushing forward and progressing to bigger and better things. And so my future goals, you know, even though I'm an actress right now and I've done, you know, dancing and a lot of other things in the past, my future goal is to become a filmmaker, you know, a very producer, director, writer. So, and I did just start my first script writing about 2 months ago. So let's hope I can get that out there one day. It's all a process though, but always keep dreaming, never give up, and yeah, just remain very humble along the way, and never ever forget your fans and where you came from and who made you where you are. You know, like you can't forget the fans or the little people along the way, I guess. I never call them little people, but people always remind me, hey, don't forget me. And I'm like, you know what? We're all human and we all have hearts beating the same way. So, yeah, it's just an incredible journey. The struggle is real, as they say. Yeah. But just, you know, constant networking is key, communication, and you know, same way that I had met you, you know, it's great to have connections with people. You just never know what can lead to what. So, yeah, never give up on your dreams. Just keep going. I will be one to say, you know, never give up. Just keep going.
No, I appreciate those words. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will appreciate those words as well. You know, it was a pleasure.
That now. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think with the whole pandemic in 2020, it was just a really rough year in general. And I think people need that constant motivation or someone who has been through the entire process this for the past, you know, I don't know, 17, 18 years, you know, and, you know, I kind of swerved out of it a little bit and came back into it, and you get kind of steered off course a little bit, but you can always, you know, wave back into it. And so I think it's just, yeah, if you hear it from somebody that's actually experienced, you know, I didn't think that, you know, when I first I'd be producing a movie, you know, this fast into my career. I thought maybe when I'm like 50 or 60 years old, you know, but honestly, when I started acting, I never even thought of producing. It just, one thing just leads to another. And then it's like, you know, you have a lot of creative control, and it's just like, wow, I'm actually doing this thing, you know? And so, and then that leads to, you know, script and directing and just a bunch of things. And, it's how a lot of them started. So yeah, just always keep pushing forward, I guess.
Just enjoy the journey and the opportunities that arrive.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this movie should be exciting. I don't want to give away too much, but my character is very significant, even though it is a supporting role. And I do play a killer. I'll give that much away. So you guys have to get out to see what happens. And I think it's safe to say that we're kind of in the talks for a sequel. But we'll see how the first one does. Yeah. It's going to be exciting, but we'll see how this one goes and turns out. The script is incredible. So when I read it right away, I had signed on and said, yeah, I want to do this. But what's really cool about this project is the character was actually written for me. The script was written about 7 years ago, and I had been talking to the producer, you know, director, writer during the pandemic. And I was like, let's get these scripts into play out there, you know, let the world see it. And it's so awesome to like share our art with the rest of the world. And people can resonate with it, you know, in a lot of different ways. So it's pretty much what we did. And then we started talking about a sequel. And so I was like, yeah, you know what? Like the Michael Myers series probably just started with that one, and then look how many they made, and they kept the same cast and stuff. So you just never know.
That's awesome, though. You never know how it goes. You know, everything happens with time. You know.
Yeah,
Like
and
you start making moves, and things
Mhm.
start popping up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and right now with, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, all the streaming platforms, I mean, literally during the pandemic, all people did was sit and watch movies. I mean, I think I can't even tell you how many movies I've seen in every language on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. I don't even know all the other ones, but it's like, I mean, there's so much out there right now. And I think the future is, filmmaking. Because even though movie theaters had shut down for a little bit, it was like movies weren't going to stop,
No.
So, and Netflix is buying all these films for, 3 times as much as what you're putting into them. Just never know. Like you said, you got to take your chances with it. And, whether it's a hit or miss, at least it's a project under your belt and you can be proud and say, wow, I did this. And I mean, this project is my baby, it is mine, along with the producer. And so, Walter and I we got together and we were just like, we're going to do this. And, we have so many production meetings about what we want to change or what fact, this or that. And I've helped out with wardrobe. I found we've done half with the cast. It's about a cast and crew of about 10 people. So it is a low budget indie project, but you never know. Some of those low budgets, like I mentioned, Dirty Dancing, that was a very low budget. You just never know what can happen with them. So you got to
they might blow up.
Yeah, you got to be positive, manifest those good vibes and just say, you know what, this is going to blow up, even though it's a very small project. So, yeah.
That's awesome, though. You just gotta believe. You know what I mean?
You got to believe. And I always say this, if you believe, you will achieve and you will succeed. And that's just how it goes. And, people can follow me, Official Angel Princess on Instagram. I'm always posting all those positive motivational quotes and videos or whatnot, and just, going after what you truly want. You have to go after it. If you don't, it's into your lap. I mean, I can't even tell you how many movie sets I've worked on as an extra, getting paid $50 a day. I mean, it's like you have to do that. And then I eventually earned, my SAG card, the Screen Actors Guild. And, you got to keep going, keep progressing. And then in between that, also, I got 2 college degrees too. So I was actually,
That's awesome.
I went off course a little bit, but I went back to get my education because I put college on hold when I was 18 to, come to Hollywood and pursue an acting career. So, yeah. So I think the business degree, I have my bachelor's in business administration from Chapman University. I think that will help me as well on the producing side and the directing side. And, when people want things at a certain time, it's all about timing. As they say, everything happens for a reason, even though you may never know. And had I been famous or super successful when I was like 18, I don't think I'd have the same mindset that I do now with my business degree. So there's always a reason behind everything. And now it's like, oh, wait, yes, I can take on the role of producer or director or writer, so... Yeah.
Yeah, they say overnight success happens over 10 years.
Yes, definitely with acting, but I think it's like that with music too. Who is it? Like Michelle. I mean, he was underground for a very long time, and I think he just won an award. And this was his 7th album or something. So it was like, it's almost not like overnight, but it builds up through. Yeah, you're right, like a decade or so, at least minimum. So
yeah, no, it takes time, and
it does. It does.
Yeah,
and especially when you don't come from that background. And I always tell a lot of my friends that don't come from that background, like I didn't. None of my parents were in the entertainment industry. But comparing yourself to someone who has family in the industry and they get famous at a very young age, you can't really compare because they actually already had family members that helped out. We're like, I'm doing it on my own. It was my dream, not my parents' dream. Very fortunate that my mother is super supportive and moved out to Hollywood with me, and she's there every step of the way. But it is my dream, and I do want to make something of it. So I always say, turn your dreams into reality and your can'ts into can, because whatever you set your mind to, you can do it. And I truly believe that. you know, and God surrounds you with amazing people. And you know, it happens sooner or later. Timing.
Well, that's
you know,
that's
trust
true.
the
That's true.
process. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You got to trust the process and just keep consistency. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
And I live to inspire. You know, I know I'm super confident with what I do and stuff. But a lot of people, you know, it's a tough industry and you can get let down very easily. And so I just kind of tell myself, you know, if I am let down or I audition for a big role and I don't make it, it's like, wait a minute, there's something better in store for me. Or it wasn't me, it was the look, you know, or just something along those lines. You can't ever blame yourself if you don't get something that you're really wanting, you know, because
it's just a lesson.
opportunities out there, as they
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
Hmm.
Well, Angel Princess, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Do you have any last
Yes,
words for your
it was
listeners?
an honor being here. I'm so excited, and I really do appreciate you having me on the show.
No problem. No problem. It was a pleasure. All right. Thank you, Angel Princess. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. She give me that good, good loving. She give me that sweet, sweet something. She tell me I'm always dreaming. I tell her I'm never leaving. I never tell her stop, I never tell her go. She's the type of girl that will make you lose control. Wanna be best friends, wanna hold your hand. She never tell me stop, she never tell me go. I'm the type of guy that will make you lose control. Wanna be best friends, wanna hold my hand. She got me singing, whoa, whoa, oh yeah. Got me singing, whoa, whoa, oh yeah. Love this feeling. She give me that good, good loving. She give me that sweet, sweet something. She tell me I'm always dreaming. I tell her I'm never leaving. I never tell her stop, I never tell her go. She's the type of girl that will make you lose control. Wanna be best friends, wanna hold your hand. She never tell me stop, she never tell me go. I'm the type of guy that will make you lose control. Wanna be best friends, wanna hold my hand. She got me singing, whoa, whoa, oh yeah. Got me singing, whoa, whoa, oh yeah. Love this feeling. She give me that good, good loving. She give me that sweet, sweet something. She tell me I'm always dreaming. I tell her I'm never leaving. She got me singing, whoa, whoa, oh yeah. Got me singing, whoa, whoa, oh
J. Gene.
Hey, what up, though? You're tuned in to Tony's Talk, the flyest podcast on the West Coast, homeboy. California. Hey, what up, Tony? Shit, I'm ready, dog, bang me in. It's still back to the money, no stopping. About to call my G's, we about to get it poppin'. Spit that real shit to keep your whole head knocking. CBC told me I got that shit to keep it poppin'. Tony on the phone, that's if I'm with it or I'm not. Pull and roll a couple bunches, about to be a nada. Walk up in the party like the hardest in the room. Walk up in the party with a bad bitch or two. Step up in the corner, shit, homie, what it do? It's holla at your guale and my G cartoon. Told me beast it would be about to get into. Pass me a couple shots so we can walk it all through, shit. Tony's Talk, homie, from 21 to 22. We lifted and gifted cause we the highest in the room. We about to get into it, baby, bring your friends too. Put the panties to the side, I'm about to get into 'em. Ay, so when you gotta be trying me, shit, baby, let me know. Cause your bitch, she be eyeing me, and I'm about to take her home. So when you gotta be trying me, shit, baby, let me know. Cause your bitch, she be eyeing me, and I'm about to take her home. I done told y'all, this is Tony's Talk. It's your boy Mike, you know, the flyest one you know. Thanks for tuning in. We gonna see you next week, and the week after that, and the week after that.